Hello, everybody. This is Andrew again from Music Theory Logic. Today's going to be another I Wish I Knew. And today it's going to be I Wish I Knew About Tax Withholding. Sorry, this isn't the most exciting topic, but it's an important topic. If you are lucky enough to figure out how to make money from music or the arts or business you start or doing anything private contracting, I congratulate you. It is a very difficult thing, and once you figure out how to make some money in it, the challenge still continues. But one of the main things that I want to tell you, first of all, I'm not a CPA. I encourage you to enlist the help of a CPA, especially if you are generating a decent amount of revenue in whatever you do. But one of the main things is if you work for an employer where they do the withholding for you, when you get your paycheck, you're going to notice the money they take out for Social Security or Medicare or the tax payment. It's always pretty brutal when you see how much they're withholding. Always used to frustrate me when I was making as little money as I was already making at like $8 an hour, and then see like 30% of that money gone. And I'm sure a lot of you still feel that way. Now, if you are a private contractor, which means you are getting hired for a specific project, you could think of it like you're not becoming an employee of that person. You're becoming an employee of that person just for the scope of the project. So if you are, say, like recording an album and you're doing it as your own business, then you essentially are a subcontractor. In certain states, in California, there is a lot of controversy about 1099s. I believe musicians are still exempted from the new 1099 restrictions, but the idea of a 1099 is, I believe, if you're paid over $600 for a project, you will be 1099'd, and that's important because when a 1099 happens, when somebody gives you a 1099, they also give the IRS a 1099 and whatever tax board of the state as well, if you're in a state with income tax. And so in that case, let's say you get $1,000 for a project, 1099 is created. Regardless of the 1099, you owe a portion of that at the end of the year in the form of a state and a federal income tax. So one of the main things with all this stuff is, again, if you're lucky enough to make money, especially in music, one of the things that is highly recommended is to save your money. The idea of spending your money quickly, I think, is cooler in theory than it is in practice. And there's nothing cooler than knowing that you are going to be fine for 6 months to come, at least in my opinion. So the main thing's withholding. You probably heard about people like Lauryn Hill going to actual jail for tax-related stuff. And a lot of times that doesn't even result from somebody acting with bad intentions, like trying to break the law. I mean, it can really just result from someone making a lot of money from their art, which again is a huge accomplishment, and then them not understanding that a portion of that money is owed to the government, right? And then they spend like they have that full sum, goes 5 years before you realize, and then all of a sudden you owe a sum that you don't actually have in your possession. You owe more money than you have left, which is obviously something that I personally want to avoid. So again, I wish I knew about withholding, and I wish I knew that when I was able to get a check from music, that this was an accomplishment. It is few and far between, and I should act accordingly with that money. Hopefully that helps you. And again, congratulations if you already have to worry about withholding for music-based revenue. Cheers to you. Till next time.